Hi guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here with Benidorm Stuff YouTube channel. Bringing you a little news update video today from a boiling hot Benidorm. Yep, it's 26 degrees today and not even midday yet. Warmer than average for May, but actually slightly cooler than it has been the last few days, as we've had a heat wave passing through over the weekend just gone, with shade temperatures around the 30-degree mark. It's been extremely hot and quite humid. It's felt more like August really, and I've noticed a fair few sunburnt tourists wandering about. Remember your sun cream folks, if you get burned it can spoil your holiday and make you quite poorly, as I'm sure most of you know. I think we're in for a very hot summer overall, with all the extreme weather conditions we've seen recently. We had one of the driest winters ever, then the wettest spring, so it would not surprise me at all if we get one of the hottest summers we've had for a while to add to that extreme weather list. So do be careful with the sun. We don't want anybody feeling ill, getting sunstroke or anything like that on your upcoming holidays this year. Keep well hydrated, stay out of the sun at peak times, and even if you're just walking about and not sunbathing as such, get that high factor cream slapped on. The forecast for the next couple of weeks is great, with daytime temperatures in the mid-20s and overnight temperatures around the 20-degree mark. That's just about perfect for me. This is usually my favourite time of year weather-wise. May and June are two of my favourite months, and then September and October when it starts to cool a little again after the normally scorching peak summer months, July and August. I can't actually believe it's nearly June already. How this year is flying by. Okay, enough about the weather guys. I'm not trying to make you jealous at all, honestly. Who's lucky enough to be coming out here this summer? Enjoy this sun with me, or in the next few weeks? Let us know in the comments if you're heading out soon. It's always nice to know who to look out for. And also, if you're coming out soon and you suffer with allergies, take note the pollen count is quite high, and with all the dusty rain we had earlier in spring and the humidity now, allergies are being activated. I suffer quite badly with hay fever. You may be able to hear I'm a little snotty and my eyes are quite itchy at the moment. So if you are coming out and you suffer with allergies, don't forget those antihistamines. So on to the news. A massive major update to entry requirements was announced at the weekend. One a lot of you have been waiting for, going on the comments on previous videos. Unvaccinated people can now enter Spain with a negative test result. Excellent news! The relaxation of COVID-related travel restrictions is continuing, although Spain in general has been very strict and very cautious when it comes to the entry requirements over the last couple of years. But this latest relaxation is of course welcome news to thousands of unvaccinated adults who up to now have not been able to enter Spain. So what are the entry requirements now? And let me go through each of the options for tourists for entry to Spain as it now stands. There are three options for entry: vaccination, recovery or diagnostic. Up until this weekend, only the vaccination or recovery route were options for adults. But the latest changes mean that unvaccinated adults can now enter via the diagnostic route. That is a negative COVID test result. The first option, vaccination certificate. That's pretty straightforward. We've been over it a few times on these videos. To be considered fully vaccinated as an adult with the 2-dose vaccine to enter Spain, you must have had both the jabs, and the second jab must have been at least 14 days before travel and no more than 270 days ago. If your second jab was more than 270 days ago, you must have also had the booster jab. This does not expire, so the 270 days does not apply to the booster, and neither does the 14-day minimum wait time. Also worth noting here that the 270-day expiry does not apply to the 12 to 17 age group, only 18s and over. The second option is the recovery certificate. An official recovery certificate issued at least 11 days after the first positive test and up to a maximum of 180 days after the date of sampling are accepted as valid. The third option is the diagnostic certificate, and this is where the changes have been made this weekend to open up entry by diagnostic test to more people. Up until this weekend, this option was only available to the 12 to 18 age group, but now it's open for everybody. If it's a PCR or equivalent type of test, it must be done within 72 hours of arrival to Spain, and if it's an LFT, it must be done within 24 hours of arrival to Spain. So all the options just mentioned are available to travellers aged 12 and above now. Kids under 12 years of age do not need to present any type of COVID documentation to enter Spain. How does this all affect the dreaded passenger locator form that was in place for so long? Well, for most travellers now, you don't need to do the form at all. If you have an EU digital COVID certificate or an EU equivalent certificate, which most of the NHS issued ones are, then you don't need to fill out the locator form. The digital part refers to it having the QR code which can be scanned, so paper copies are accepted as long as they have this code. You can check the validity of your COVID pass online on the Spain Travel Health website. Checking the validity is not a requirement, but it may put your mind at ease if you are worried about having the correct documents. If you don't have an EU equivalent accepted COVID certificate, you will still have to complete the locator form, manually entering the details of your vaccine recovery or diagnostic certificate. This will be the case if you are entering with a diagnostic certificate, i.e. a negative test route result. Again, the under 12s do not need to complete any form of COVID documentation, which means no passenger locator form. I think that's about it, just about sums up the news. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. I can't guarantee I will have all the answers for you, but I will try and point you in the right direction to find out if I don't already know. As I've said before, I don't work for the tourism board or the government, but we do try our best to help you all figure out these restrictions so you can come and enjoy our beautiful resort stress-free. A quick mention of the restrictions still in place when you get here. There really aren't many at all now, just the masks that are still required in a few places, public transport, taxis, buses, trains, etc., and in medical centres, doctors, surgeries, hospitals and pharmacies. So if you're planning to use public transport or if you need to pop into the chemist for any reason, be aware you will still need a mask. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this has cleared a few things up for you. We'll be back at the weekend with another video for you, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on that bell so you get notified whenever we release a new video and you won't miss a thing of Benidorm stuff. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Have an amazing week, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Stay positive and stay safe.